Denise, guess what?
What, Abby?
We got chismes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of We Got Chisme. Why are you
Good
flipping
as.
everybody off?
Hello, everybody. That was for Denise people. That's
Oh,
all.
that was okay.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
love I show her.
Tabby doesn't want me saying this, but
You know I can cut this, right?
no, you're not gonna cut it. I'm not gonna say anything bad.
Okay, go ahead.
All I'm gonna say is that Sabi was hyping me up for my nails because I just got them done, and he was saying how good I look. And I was telling him how much I love the color, the shirt color that he has on, that he looks really good, especially with his new haircut.
Coincidentally, because it's the same color that her nails.
Well, actually, coincidentally, I have my color and your color on my nails.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't thought about the blue until now. What a
Wow.
coincidence. And we haven't called each other, by the way.
No, we haven't.
So I guess it's just we are in sync.
Okay. So for today, as promised, we're gonna have some evil women in here, okay?
Dun 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 dun. Let's
Dun,
open
dun.
Pandora box.
So I think I like the title. I don't know if Sabi's gonna keep it because sometimes he can be like very judgy with my titles, okay? And he changes them. So for now, the title is Plot Twist. She was the villain. Well, you can change it to Evil Woman because that was my original title.
No. It sounds good like that.
Right? Okay, so the first story comes from the subreddit Charlotte Dubray YouTube channel. Well, a channel. And the title is My Sister Caused $1,600 worth of damage to my house and says I'm the problem.
So she made the damage, and then the other one is talking about denials.
Right? Denial. This girl lives in La La Land. It says, I, 34 female, and my husband, 35, decided to take a family vacation with our son, 6, on a cruise for 7 days to the Bahamas. Since we'd been alone for so long, I started asking around for someone to keep an eye on our home while we were gone. I mentioned it to my sister, 22, and she said she will do it for $100 for the whole week. I double-checked with her that she'd be okay to do it and that she'd be able to make it to her house, which is 30 minutes from her house and 17 minutes from her job. She said she could and asked for a list of things to do while we were gone. My requests were very simple. I asked her to stop by on Sunday, the day after we left, Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, the day before we came back. All I asked her to do was to make sure my 14-year-old cat had food and water. She fed our goldfish and that our house was still standing throughout the week. She agreed and even offered to put our garbage can out for the week too. She was being nice, right?
Okay.
Friday before we left, she stopped by to get our house keys and asked for the money. I paid her right then. Yeah. I paid her right then the $100 she asked for and gave her the instructions again. I told her that I would be leaving the water running in both bathrooms and the kitchen since it's been really cold where I live in New York. Our cat would only drink from the sink and moving water source as well, so the faucets are her favorite place for that. So, cats are weird.
Can tell.
But there's something called, like a cat water bowl with like a faucet. So it will be running all the time. And you can just, but you add water to it. So it's not like it's coming from your pipes or whatever.
Oh,
You just
okay,
add
okay.
water to the bottom and then it like moves it. So it keeps falling down like a
I
faucet.
was gonna say, like, why would you leave off your faucets open? Like,
I know, but she did say it was
it
very
was
cold
cold. Yeah, so
and
the
you're supposed to do that to avoid, the water from freezing.
freeze.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, so she say, I check in with my sister throughout the week. She sent me a picture of her cat on Tuesday. And the other day, she said everything was fine. I FaceTime with her on Thursday and she said she was going to her house after work. Friday, we hit rough seas and discovered we'd be delayed getting back to port by 5 hours. I let her know since we had free Wi-Fi from the cruise due to the delay. I was in constant contact with her from Friday on due to having Wi-Fi. Okay, so she was from Friday, she was on constant contact with her sister. But okay. Sunday, she called and let me know she brought her house key back and left it near our fish tank while we were on our 5 hour long drive home since she hadn't been able to go the day before. We arrive at our house at nearly 10 p.m. and walk into what I'm calling the beginning of my worst nightmare as a homeowner. It was 13 degrees in our house. Okay, 13 degrees inside the house.
Oh my God, with the cat?
Every, huh?
With the cat?
With the cat. Every faucet had ice from it right to the drain. Our fish tank was frozen solid. Bluey, our son's goldfish, was stuck in a block of ice. My poor cat was so cold and dehydrated that we had to use an emergency vet phone service to ask how to help her. I called her immediately and asked if she had noticed it while she was there, and she was quick to tell me she had not and that she couldn't talk right now. She said she had been there Thursday and everything was in order. It took 4 hours to get my house above 60 degrees. We had no water since everything was frozen. The next morning, something did not sit right with me, about her story. So I checked Life 360. I do not generally use it for her, but she's been in our circle since she lived with us since she was 14. I got the free trial so I could see her movement for the last week. She had only been to our house Tuesday. That's it. I check every day to see if maybe she swung by super quick, but nothing. I was fuming. I called her and asked her again when she had been there last, and she again told me Thursday. I informed her that I knew she was lying because of Life 360, and she tried to tell me it was wrong. I asked her how she could do something like that, and she said, I am sorry I caused you such an inconvenience. I had to hang up before I said something to her that I regret. Flash forward a day and a half, and our pipes were still frozen. We found someone to help us thaw them. That's when all hell broke loose. Water started spraying out of the bottom of our house. We had to call an emergency plumber who charges $700 to tell us he could not fix it, since it was our water meter and the town has to fix it. Since it was so late at night, we had to call 911 to have someone contact the town to come shut our water off. The guy who came said that the guy who talked to us said that he will be there first thing in the morning to fix it. Well, he did not show up. I had to call every government office in our tiny town to track someone to come out and fix it. We finally had water. Then the leaks started. Both of our showers and one of our bathroom sinks started leaking in the walls. We had to race to get someone to help us get in there to shut the water off. Our water fixtures are cracked and will need to be replaced. Overall, we're looking at $1,600 worth of damage and repairs, all because she could not be bothered to do a job she was paid and agreed to do. I have not spoken to her since because she tried lying to me. She sent $100 I pay her back through Venmo. I am having such a hard time with trying to decide how to handle her, Both of our parents are gone, and her and I are super close. I do not want this to end our relationship, but I cannot even stomach to think about her and all the stress she causes. I'm waiting to hear from a homeowner insurance to see what we can be covered for. I have considered making her pay for half the damages, but someone told me that it will not be right since she is so young. I feel it's time for her to grow up and take responsibility. Any ideas? Crazy. O sea, I mean, she has some edit to add that she adds at the end.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more. She says, "Hi everyone. I just wanted to answer some questions I've been getting in the comments. One, the goldfish survived. We were very surprised and overjoyed to see him unexpectedly swimming around his tank after he thawed out. I enlisted the help of a local aquarium expert who helped us with some extra things for his tank to make sure he recovered completely. Our cat has also fully recovered after a trip to the vet Monday. Thankfully, she was not hurt and had no lasting side effects besides being mad at us for leaving. Thankfully, our water is working again. Our leaks ended up being minor than we first thought, and my brother in law and husband were able to get everything back in working order. We have contacted and made a claim with our insurance. Our heat was set at 62 degrees on our smart thermostat. We are not entirely sure what happened that caused the house to drop so cold. It was negative 30 something for 3 straight days where we live, but we cannot figure out what happened. We have a tech coming out to see if there was an issue with it, but it's working fine now. We left the water running in multiple sinks in our home to prevent them from freezing. The plumber believes that it was just so cold that it made the water meter freeze, causing our issue. My best friend has a home 3 houses down from us, and the same thing happened to her water meter 2 days before we were leaving for vacation. She's currently trying to sell her house and is not staying there, so she was not able to house sit for us. My sister and I are close. I raised her. She moved in with us when she was 14 due to her dad passing away and mom having to move into assisted living. She and my husband have a great relationship too. She's basically our daughter at this point. The biggest issue we have been having is that she has recently started dating a man 10 years older than her. And this is her first real relationship. And he isn't her top priority now. I have been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Since they have started dating, I hate the whole relationship because it feels icky to me and he rubs me the wrong way. But she just goes along with whatever he says or wants. She has become a completely different person since being with him. She's never done anything like this before in the past, besides a couple of minor things when she was a teenager, which were typical for her age, like forgetting to take the garbage out, getting locked out, etc. But nothing to this extreme that will cause either of us to think she wouldn't be able to handle this. So is she the asshole if she makes her pay? Like, I think she's just saying all of this, but at the end she was saying like, how can it's time for her to grow up and take responsibility? Any ideas? What can I do?
That's true, but honestly, I make her pay. Like, I don't give a damn. You agree for something, even though you're returning me the money. You're not agreeing with what we discussed. So you caused this because of I give you instructions, you didn't follow it. So you can ask your sugar daddy to pay you for the damage you caused since you were so
Lie.
in La La Land. Period. Because like what so young, she say, because she's so young. Like she's already an adult. She's 22. So, and if she's mature enough to be in a relationship with somebody 10 years older than her, then she's mature enough to take actions for her. I mean, take action for the what she did and the consequences and pay for them. She just lived 15 minutes away from her house and 17 minutes away from their job. So her house is like in
10
the
minutes
middle.
away from her house, 17 from the job.
Exactly. So like, come on.
Not just that, but if you live with them
You know
before,
how things are.
you know how things are, and you met these pets before, you being, especially the cat, 14-year-old cat, you have met this cat before, and to not care about the cat at least and go in and make sure that
Exactly.
the cat is well, that's cruel. That's just cruel. You just don't care,
Yeah.
especially knowing how cold it's been.
Yep. So that's a lot of
I
the
would be
consideration.
so mad.
No, I know you'll be fuming, but that's a lot of this consideration. So I will make her pay. Pay the money, bitch.
Yeah, plus at least now you know you cannot trust her with anything unless you're not gonna be like, hey, take my kids somewhere. No.
Well, at least she didn't create a party. I thought like she would make a party and cause all those damage. So that's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm glad that her pets are good. I
There's
don't know if, or Sabi saying if it was him, he will go and make her pay at least for half the damages.
half,
You will make her pay for the whole damages thing.
of course. What can you half? You cost this, we give you things, I pay you in advance, so it was not done, so you pay for the damages.
I don't think I will make her pay for the damages because I will also think she's too young for paying, but I will tell her that there are severe consequences for this, which means like our relationship is gonna be gone unless she actually apologizes and own up to her mistakes. Like you have to realize what you did,
Fuck that, give
and
me the money.
this is not gonna be the same until you realize it and apologize.
Pay. Then that's your apology. Pay.
Okay. Top comment says, yeah, she's not too young. Left our 21-year-old daughter in charge of her house for 2 weeks this summer. 2 cats, a pool, and a garden. Came home to a clean house and happy cats. She's old enough to be more responsible. Yep, and someone else says, no, the asshole. I've been pet sitting since I was 16 and never left a house in complete shambles or disrepair. In fact, I make sure I leave the place as spotless as I possibly can. She's more than old enough to face the consequences of her actions. You know what? Something I just thought about it. She said that she went to leave the key on Sunday morning because she couldn't go on Saturday. And she was leaving the key next to the goldfish tank. Does that mean that she left the key there on Tuesday and that's why she didn't come back? Because if she came on Sunday, she would have definitely noticed the temperature and at least tried to adjust it.
Yeah, but since that didn't happen, so
That's so weird.
that's so bad.
But you know what? Somebody says, you have the text, you have Life 360, it's time to take the legal route. I know you do not want to, but she entered a binding contract with you. She broke the contract. That caused major damage to your home and animal abuse. Your cat could have died. Your fish already did. You thought you were close. She clearly did not. Wow. Well, the fish was okay, but it is true. I mean, something that I learned in here is that you enter a contract. Like even if it's verbal or just text, it's a contract. And she violated that, and she can actually be sued for that. Oh wow. But yeah, a lot of people agree with you that like she's not young, she's a freaking adult. You need to hold her accountable. That's why she pulls scraps like this. Well, I guess I am too lenient
Pay the money. Yeah, you are.
sometimes. But yeah, bad sister. Really bad sister. You
Mhm.
clearly do not care about your sister or her pets or her family. I don't know. I won't say kid, but the pets.
Yes, the pets. But fortunately, let's see what else evil women you have in here.
Yes. So story number 2 comes from the subreddit, Am I Overreacting? And the title is, Am I Overreacting in Rethinking My Engagement After How My Girlfriend Treated Me While Sick with a Bad Flu? My 35 and fiance, 32 female, have been together for about 4 years, live with each other for 1 year, and recently engaged. We recently got back from an overseas trip for a wedding, and I had caught a bad flu bug. So bad I passed out standing in the airport line and had to be checked over by paramedics, but I was allowed to keep flying. We got home so late, and I was also walking up the stairs in our home, and I basically got lightheaded and had to sit down. I finally made it to the bed. While we were gone, her mom was house sitting for us, staying over. So I had a very bad diarrhea, and she knew this. As while walking through the airport and on the plane, I was in the bathroom about every 15 minutes, and I told her this embarrassing fact. The next morning, she woke up about 8:30 a.m. Once she woke up, I asked her if she could go to the store and pick up some Imodium, Pepto, and maybe some Sprite or Gatorade as I was really dehydrated. Her first response was, "Do I need to go?" I probably should have said yes, but I did not want to be pushy, so I was like, "Well, you can have coffee and get ready, but I am super dehydrated and really feel like shit. And anytime I drink water, 10 minutes later, I'm in the toilet again." She gets up and talks with her mom about the trip, has breakfast around 11 a.m. Her mom jumps in the shower. So I go downstairs to talk to her about going to the store again. She basically snaps at me and says, "Let me say goodbye to my mom. Why did not you bought those things at the airport yesterday?" She's like, "I will go after I say goodbye to my mom, okay?" At about 12:30 p.m., I signed up for DoorDash, what I had never done, ordered the medicine, Sprite, and Pepto, and honestly, I am impressed it's here by 1 p.m. When it got delivered, my girlfriend's mom was like, "What's that?" I basically told her it was just medicine since I was sick and did not want to go to the store. So I got it via DoorDash. And she was like, "You did not need to order it online. I could have gone to the store real quick and pick it up." However, after this, I am seriously questioning my relationship right now. Not that it matters much, but there is a store about a quarter of a mile from my home. It's about 3 to 4 minute drive. It will have literally taken 15 minutes max to pick it up. The reason is I was sick, really sick. I asked her to do one simple thing and she blew it off for 5 hours. So is he overreacting? I don't know. I say, fuck that bitch. She doesn't care about you.
He is not, because when you sick like that, you can lose all your strength very easily. So that's not, you know, I know everybody has been some point in their life in that position, so it's not fun at all. So honestly, I will just call her off. And after you have to order stuff online because the person couldn't have the decency to go in for a 15 minutes ride.
The fact that you had to ask,
Yeah, that says a lot.
you know,
That says a lot. So
yeah, that, I
you
mean,
know,
wouldn't you, like, if you see Paola coming back from a trip sick, wouldn't you be like, "Let me go to find out what pharmacy is open right now to get you all the supplies"?
that's happened already. Even in the
Exactly.
Philippines, we went in a trip, and he and his cousin got really stomach ache, and like the poopies, of course. So thankfully, it was like a place underneath. I went and buy medicine for everybody, but obviously they're sick. Like it's just not. It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, exactly.
But people are special.
Like, if you care about someone, you're gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
Immediately. There is no question about it. Like, even there was one time I don't get he wasn't even he could do things. He was Bell's palsy. The one he got that, I remember. They
Mhm.
went to the hospital until like 3 a.m. And then we got home. And the next day he was like, "I'm gonna pick up my things." I was like, "No, you're not. Are you crazy? You just got back from the hospital at 3 a.m. Next day I went, get his things, came back. I didn't go to work, but you're like, again, when you care about someone, even if they want to be super independent, you're like on top of them and be like, "Hey, what's wrong? How can I help you? Here are your things." So this is not asking for too much. This is the bare minimum. She is not doing even the bare minimum. Just you're just so freaking lucky that you found out before you got married. But yeah, this was posted 21 hours ago.
Oh
So
wow.
if you see this, please leave because she doesn't care about you, clearly.
But why would you leave somebody using them suffering for 5 hours from the
Exactly.
night before?
Exactly.
Like from the night before, 5 hours since he asked. So, and he have to ask.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah, that's bad, bad girl.
Really bad. Mm-mm.
Scoop her out.
Yeah, and that's not even saying you have too high expectations. No, that's the bare minimum. Like I said, crazy.
Yep, yep, yep. It's sad. But there is
Yep.
people like that, and like you said, at least he found out before he went any further with her.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Top comment says same thing. Well, lucky you found out now before you got married. I do not know what you're used to, but with someone who care, you will not even have to ask in the first place. Not overreacting. And then the next person says, my one brother-in-law used to work 5 minutes from our home and called me to pick him up from work since he was sick. He lived 45 minutes from work. I picked him up, sent him to a guest room, then ran out and got soup, ginger ale, and Pepto for him. He did not even need it to ask.
You don't
Because
need
that's
to
what you
ask.
do. And a lot of people are saying the same things, like their husband was sick and they do this and they do that for them immediately. I totally agree, not overreacting. I will go so far as to tell OP to reconsider the engagement. She will have made sure he had the medication and drinks the night before or when as soon as he asked. That's just basic decency. I've had serious health issues over the years. My husband has taken care of me and continues to do so. When he's sick, I take care of him. We fetch food, drinks, medicine for each other when needed. Has it all been rosy? No, but neither of us has ever willingly delayed or refused to get medication for the other. OP, God forbid you ever have a serious long term health problem. You will not be able to depend on her. She's a selfish person who obviously misses empathy or sympathy for others. Her mother is more perceptive than her daughter. And somebody else simply says, in sickness and in health. Da 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 da. So true. But yeah,
So,
evil.
Nets, like Nets girl. You remember the
Next,
show? Nets.
next. Oh, next one. Title is my mother-in-law tampered with my birth control, resulting in me getting pregnant 3 months postpartum. Not really sure what to do from here. Yeah. Let me just start out by saying if you know who I am, please do not say anything. I created a throwaway to vent and cry and get support as anonymously as possible. I'm still very happy about the pregnancy, or at least want to be. I just need support. Thanks for understanding. My husband, 22 male, and I, 20 female, welcomed our daughter into the world 18 weeks ago. She's a darling baby and really pretty. Easy as far as newborns go, except for one. She was not a son. My in-laws were obsessed with the idea of us having a son to the point that they denied she was a girl up until the moment she was born. Why? Because the bloodline follows the father. If you do not have a son, our family name will die out because your daughter will marry a man and carry on his bloodline. So girls do not really count. The day they came to visit in the hospital, my in-laws asked when will be trying for another baby. We
Uh,
kind of just laugh it off, but my mother-in-law got more insistent, straight up telling us, "You all need to try for a boy." Over the next month or two, the conversation about us having another baby sort of tapers off into little comments every now and again. I had no problem ignoring them, and we had already told them it was not happening, so I just let it run off my back. Around this time, mother-in-law started coming over daily for a few hours, watching the baby for me so that I could sleep, and also occasionally clean up a bit for me. She had been over unsupervised anywhere from 1 to 4 hours. Fast forward to present day. 2 days ago now, my husband poured me a mixed drink. And when I brought the cup up to my lips, I got hit with this paranoid and panic feeling. I immediately put the cup down and insisted we take a pregnancy test. Sure enough, it comes back positive. We wait until the next morning, take a digital test, and again, positive. Based on LMP, I should have been about 6 weeks along. I don't remember what LMP means. After based on last menstrual period, most likely. Based on last menstrual period, I should have been about 6 weeks along. After getting over the initial shock, we were excited but confused. For several reasons, we had not been able to get hormonal birth control, so we've been using condoms and lube to make sure they did not tear. So we were not sure how we had gotten pregnant, but we were happy with the news. We decided we will not tell anyone because we did not want another baby stampede from his family. But I am incredibly close with my sister-in-law, so I decided to tell her after swearing her to secrecy. When I told her, her eyes got wide and started to water, and she asked if I was serious and if I was sure. I told her I know my husband and I are young, but between us we make more than enough to support another baby. Sister-in-law bursts into tears and starts apologizing over and over. Meanwhile, I sit there with my mouth hanging open and lost. She calms down a bit and through her tears tells me that my mother-in-law has been poking holes in our condoms pretty much since we came home from the hospital. She claims mother-in-law told her she did it, but she thought that she was just spouting shit because she was upset we did not have a boy. And suddenly everything clicked into place. That's why the condoms did not work, even though we were careful with them. That's why she had always shoo me off to sleep while she was around. That's what she was doing when she was cleaning my house, cleaning in quotes, snooping for her condoms. And she knew I was not on birth control because I remember complaining to her about how my OB went on maternity leave and was not able to find another one that took my insurance at a time. I am so angry. I do not know what to do. I want to go right over to her house and tear her a new one so bad I can smell my tires burning in the blacktop. I am also illogically angry at sister-in-law for not telling me.
Yes,
How could you think this was a joke when she was so specific about everything she was going to do? Why did not you warn me? I will have put my condoms in my room. I am livid with mother-in-law. I am pleased with this pregnancy, but it was not my choice. It was not even an accident. It was her meddling because she did not get the golden grandson she wanted. I do not even know how to handle this. I want to scourge the earth, but I also still do not want his family knowing I'm pregnant. And I am not even 12 weeks yet, so the risk of a miscarriage is still uncomfortably high. The only bright side of this whole thing is it snatched my husband out of his mother's fog so violently he's probably got whiplash. Personally, my pregnancy has soured a bit, so I'm really trying to hang on to any happiness I have about the pregnancy left. If you have Irish twins to your own or are one, I would love some perspective feedback on that situation. Where do we get from here? I'm sorry, where do we go from here?
that's a tough one.
Um,
That's a tough one.
that is crazy. I will be so, so mad.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is. I cannot even think how I would. How would I? I don't not even know how I would address it.
Yep.
Because okay, they're happy with the pregnancy and all of that, but just seeing the face of somebody that, and again, she cannot tell her like, oh, stop coming to my house, but then she will notice that something is up,
Hmm.
but she doesn't want to find out either. I mean, she doesn't want to let them know either. So, and things work mysteriously. She might be pregnant again, and she might get another girl instead of a boy. because whether you're trying, this is what people don't think. Like whether you're trying or not, she cannot dictate the sex. The sex is dictated
Thank
by
you.
God. So she should be blaming her son, not her. And it's like a surprise, surprise, boy or girl, 50-50 chance.
50-50 chance, exactly. Crazy. Crazy. I'll be so mad. I will completely cut off contact with her. Completely. Be like, you're done. You're done.
I know, but at the end of the day, how you can say that to the father of your husband and the grandma that seems to be helping between quote.
But now you know why she was helping.
Well, she was this helping because she was she was this helping.
We have a small update.
Oh, let's go with it.
First, she does like a little edit to add. She's like,
Mhm.
first, let me clarify. I am 20 years old now, 18. I
Oh,
am 18 weeks postpartum, not 12. 12 is when I found out I will have conceived, given I am 6 weeks along based on last menstrual period. Second, I do not give a shit if you think this is fake. I honestly wish that it were. If you do not have any advice to give, I kindly ask you that you take your judgment elsewhere. Now that that's out of the way, here's an update. I want to thank you all for your support and suggestions. Having a plan makes me feel way less panic and overwhelmed. Sadly, what mother-in-law did is not a crime here, so there will not be any jail time or charges pressed. For now, game plan is no contact with mother-in-law for me, babe, or grown babe wants to throw this out. Before then, I want all the proof in the world she did this. I have ordered a hidden camera and I'm going to buy new latex-free condoms, claiming that I'm suddenly allergic to latex. I hopefully she will poke holes again and I will have video proof this time. Even if I cannot use it to press chargers, I want all the proof that I can because she's not safe to be around, so she cannot sue for
right.
grandparental right. I think it is right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if this baby is a boy. I also have decided to change our family last name to literally anything else because I am a petty bitch, and since she wants to act as an ass over this stupid name, then nobody gets it. As for my husband, he's willing and ready to do whatever I decide. Currently, he's asleep, so we will be discussing everything at breakfast. Thanks again, everyone. I love that. I love that.
I'm sure you love that because you up at the beach too,
Yeah, I love that.
aren't you? Weren't we just talking about that last night?
That I hold grudges? Yes, I do.
Petty beach. Anyhow, but they were going in the right direction, honestly. Good for them. Good for her husband who supports her. Grandma, especially very important, caught her on video, proof, and then display in the baby shower. And this is how he was. This is the reason why this kid is conceived. And show the grandma. That would be that would
The
be amazing.
I will even go so far as broadcasting it then.
Yes.
Okay, does this grandma goes to church? Because if she does, I will say I'm gonna baptize my daughter. So we plan a baptism at the church, and then I bring a projector because I'm inviting all the family and friends and everybody at the church, and then put on the projector her video of her poking holes.
Yeah, not the
Everybody,
right moment to do that. They usually ask you what you
everybody.
in a service group. So no, that would not.
Well, then we do a party after the baptism, and I invite all the church people, and
That
then
you can.
everybody's gonna know what she did.
That you can on your house. You can put whatever you feel like. So
Everybody's gonna know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, the first comment says, if it were me, she will never see me or my kids again. You have not even had time to recover yet. Her selfishness is going to create so much hardship for you. God, one baby is expensive, and now you will have two. Going no contact is the only punishment worthy of this. Maya. Let's see if there's any OP comments. I don't
No,
see.
but I honestly think for the gender reveal for the baby, that would be the perfect moment.
To say baby and my surname because of this, and then they show the video.
No, I was
Ooh.
like, we're gonna show you a special video, the reason why we have conceived so soon. I know that you probably think like we are like running like rabbit, which they were.
Yep.
Um, but the main reason was, well, why to say anything? Let's see.
It
And
is a pro.
then she'll be like, and then she's gonna make herself the big thing. How you shame me among of these all these people? Why?
How dare you! And all that drama. Anyway, somebody comments on the top comment and they says, I'm hijacking the top comment for these. Congrats. But if your second baby is a boy, your little girl will never amount to anything in their eyes. Your golden son will be everything, and your little girl will feel the one-sidedness of that and always feel left out.
But what if
They,
they don't know? What if the kid came out?
oh, you know what? Yes, that's true.
That's a possibility because you
That's a
don't.
possibility.
That's also a possibility. So it's like you don't know.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
So it's like stupid, but whatever.
Yeah, they're
People,
telling her to change her locks.
yeah, yeah. People don't think honestly sometimes, but well, it is
Crazy.
what it is.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I have one more story.
Mhm.
And then after that, I have a tiny little one that is a bit funny.
Okay,
But
okay.
this one, it's a little bit hard. Like it made me sad. So hopefully not. I don't think it's gonna make Savi sad, but we'll see.
All
So
right.
the title, this one comes from the subreddit, Am I Overreacting? And the title is Am I Overreacting? My reply to my mom who wants to stop my leukemia treatment so my sister can afford university. Hello, I am using a burner account because I do not want you guys seeing all my private posts and photos related to my shit situation. I have leukemia. It's been a few months since I started treatment and it's been rough, but I'm still fighting. Yesterday, my mom texted me basically saying she cannot afford both my treatment and my sister's future. My sister wants to go to Dartmouth. Dartmouth, right? She even quoted a super fucked up Bible verse about sacrificing John 15:13 and say that the greater love is laying down one's life for someone else. Then she said I should be practical because my condition is worsening and that I should consider sacrificing myself for my sister's dream. What really broke me was that she said realistically she's the one who will choose where the money goes. She also mentioned she talked to Jesus about it, and that's why she sent me the message. A few months ago, she had me sign a contract about financial stuff for medical security to repay her when I got better. I lucky thought it was a joke at first, but realized it's not. It's fucked up, it's what it is. She always prioritized my sister, but this is unreal. Am I overreacting or is this a fuck up as it feels? So she included the text messages, okay? Her mom's text messages.
Oh my God.
They say, My love, I think it's very important to be rational and seriously consider what I brought up. John 15:13, greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. This also applies to family, my love. Your sister desperately wants to go to Dartmouth. I cannot afford your treatment and her future. With the news we receive, it's really time to be practical, my love. You need to take your time with it, but please understand that I am not perfect and I am not prioritizing her over you. It's
Sure.
yeah. It's just a reality that you're worsening, and there is a high likelihood that continually draining our funds towards this end goal is a fool's errand because there is really nothing more to be done. Sacrificing her dreams is something you have to consider. I hope you come around and understand. Realistically, I am the one who will choose, but it's very important you to understand my reasoning. I hope you come around and understand. Realistically, I am the one. I told the one already. Sorry, I was reading the same text. She said, I would have rather told you this in person, but since you are not answering your phone or home, I spoke to Jesus instead, and he told me to write you this.
So
Yeah, this breaks me because this is the daughter's response. And she says, is this why you had me update my life insurance policy? Is this why you've been pushing, scheduling my follow ups? I am not gone. I have dreams. I have goals. I am only 1 year older than Michaela. Why is she priority over me? I can still beat this. I just don't understand why you're all giving up. I have only been in treatment for a few months. I can win. And I will spend the rest of my life paying you back like I promised and agreed to do with the contract you had me sign. I just do not fucking understand this. I am not going to fucking smile and say, okay, yeah, kill me for my sister. Very heartbreaking.
uh,
Very, very heartbreaking. Very villain woman. Evil woman.
that's really, really sad, honestly. Why somebody can.
Evil. Top coming asks her, what the fuck? How old are you, by the way? And she says, I'm 19.
That's even worse.
Yeah. And everybody is like telling her things like I bet leukemia, fucking smash it, you can do this. And then there is one that says, do not let your mother claim you as a dependent on her taxes anymore either. You will be eligible for all kinds of assistance if you're not claimed as a dependent on anyone's taxes.
Yes.
And then someone says, sweetie, please talk to a social worker at the hospital and see about continued care. I really think you need an advocate.
It does.
Yeah, you do, because the fact that she put you in, it like updated the life insurance.
Yeah, that's. She did it counting with her to die to cash out the money.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She's like, I definitely make sure she specifically is not my beneficiary. I had choose someone who actually has shown that they care about you. I'm banking on you not needing it, by the way, but fuck her. Trying to see if there's any more comments from her, but no. She only answers to no, that
That
one.
one comment about the age.
Yes, there is one more where somebody says beat leukemia. Let me see if I find that.
How long ago with this place?
This was posted 124 days ago.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what it
for
says.
months. Okay, gotcha. But that's
It-
really that's discouraging as hell. Like, why would you do that? Especially when somebody's so young who still have the vitality to beat that.
yeah,
So that's
I mean
unacceptable.
that's what she said. She's like the person said, "Be leukemia, fucking smash it." And LP comments, "Sorry, I fell asleep, but I wanted to say you're amazing. Thank you so much for the needed inspo."
That's terrible. That's really bad. That's
I'm really hoping that you're good. We
yeah.
cannot even follow up.
Yeah, I have no I can say even nothing more.
Oh, okay. She's gonna change the beneficiary. She's like, she's asking if she can change it herself. They're like,
Yeah, she can.
she's
If
the
she
one who's been handling all of that. Do I just call them? Is that easy? And someone says, call them and find out, please. And she's like, okay, I am right now. They are not open, so I'm gonna call tomorrow.
yes, but if the policy is under your name, usually you can change the beneficiary. Now, if the policy is under somebody else's name, that's when because the policy is under your name, so you can have the right to do all the changes on the policy. So she have the time to, if she's able to change the beneficiary. Even
That's
her mom is the one paying her insurance, her life insurance, it doesn't matter.
my love, my love, my love, my love. You suck as a mother.
That's not
You're
love.
listening to this.
That's
That's
not
no
love.
love, my guy. So
Yeah, that's not love.
mad. I'm
But
trying to see if there is any update because this was, like we said, posted 124 days ago. But it was a thrown off account, and when you click on the profile, it says profile is not available.
mhm,
So we
gotcha.
cannot see anything. That's what I
But
said. This one is a little bit sad.
yeah, it is very sad, but it's understandable at the end of the day. So, we got it. We
Evil
got
woman.
it. But like what some persons say over there, like talk to the social worker in the hospital and tell them like your parents are cutting your support economic support, but you need to continue treatment. And they, of course, she cannot claim you on your taxes, which is going to make it super upset because all those medical bills and expenses that she's spending on you, she will not be able to claim it. Because if she doesn't claim you, she cannot claim your bills. Um, so yeah, she should do that because honestly, in the hospital, they're gonna treat them like those people with low income because she's not working. Obviously, she's trying to fight that off. We provide her like with Medicaid, we provide her with insurance, and they will set her up properly. But honestly, that's devastating. She is just like 19, and you're already killing her because no, that's make her pick up some loans if she wants to go to the school. Make her pay her life on loans like anybody else wants to do. So why she get a full ride? She
Girl,
can
if you're
work
out there,
harder.
and
She
if by
can
any
work.
chance,
Yeah, but she can go. Sorry, she can also go the sister harder and trying to get fucking scholarships too.
mm-hmm.
So it's so many ways that the sister can go about that. Why are you killing this girl that's just been 3 months in treatment?
Because
It,
my love, Jesus told me to
tired people using Jesus' name for to make
justify their bad.
excuses. Yes, to justify their stupidity. Because I'm sure if Jesus can come from heaven and tell you a few things, that will not be pretty.
He will even slap you in the face and be like, "What are you talking about, woman?
Like
No wine for you."
sacrifices. I'm gonna slap you. I
I
will.
just imagine that. No wine for you.
No, that's horrible. I
Yeah,
cannot.
no, this is not nice, girl. If you're listening, please, like people say, I hope you change your beneficiary. I hope you're good and you're thriving.
And we
And
hope
I
that.
hope you get to go to school after all of this ends up and then you become a really, really, really good person who helps others, and, fuck your mom. I don't
Yes.
know about your sister because I don't know if your sister is supporting this or if she's just, I don't know. I don't know because if it were me and my sister would be there, I'd be like, Mom, what are you talking about? Shut up. I'm gonna take some loans.
But it's
Yes.
stupid because it seems like it's two against one in this position.
Yep.
So
That's true.
okay, that's fucked up. Let's pass to a better something to light up the mood because
Yeah, that's why
that's
I added
definitely.
the funny one at the end.
Hmm.
So the funny one, the last one, comes from the subreddit Am I the Jerk? And the title is Am I the Jerk for not stopping my barbecue after my neighbor called the police and got herself arrested? So I was at my friend's place helping him prep food for a get together he was having that weekend. We were out back grilling. It was late, yeah, like around 11, but we were not being loud. No music, no yelling, just two guys standing around a grill talking and flipping meat. That's it. Out of nowhere, his neighbor from across the street comes marching over, does not even say hi, does not ask nicely, just immediately starts going off about how we need to shut it down and go inside. My friend tried to be polite and said we were just cooking, it's not that serious. She kept saying that what we were doing is illegal. At first she said grilling at night was against the law. My friend was like, no, it's not. Then she switched it up and said we were cooking illegal meat. I literally look at him like, what does that even mean? Illegal meat? What are we grilling? Endangered species out there? She went back to her house and we figured that was the end of it. Nope. About 10 minutes later, a cop pulls up. The officer was honestly pretty chill about the whole thing, asked us what was going on. We explained we were just grilling food in the backyard. He checked our IDs, which felt weird, but whatever. The whole time she's standing right there, getting in the officer's face, repeating what we were cooking illegal meat over and over. The cop kept trying to talk and she wouldn't stop interrupting him. Then it happened. The officer told her she was being arrested because she was disturbing the peace and misusing emergency services.
Huh.
I watched this woman get put in the back of a patrol car because she called 911 over a barbecue. We just stood there watching it happen. My friend looked at me and was like, "Do we keep grilling?" And yeah, we did. So am I the jerk?
No, you're not. She have a well deserved, honestly.
That was amazing. Amazing.
And the best thing is that they didn't have to do anything. She shoot herself on the shoot, or
Yep.
in this case, she put herself in the patrol car.
Imagine her calling from,
I need you to bail me out. What the fuck?
honey.
You were just here. Well,
Exactly.
they took me because I called the cops for unnecessary emergencies, and I utilized the federal funds for no reason, just because somebody was being a little loud while they were grilling.
She's not gonna say that. She knows about these stupid asses took me to jail for reporting that they were cooking illegal meat. Nobody believes me. I am not the Karen of the neighborhood, by the way.
That sounds more realistic, to be honest with you. But yeah, but it's
Yeah.
messed up, but well deserved. Well deserved. And
Well,
for all of
there,
you, before you being an asshole calling the cops on somebody else, just think that you might be going into the patrol
yeah.
for
No,
disturbing
yeah.
you know. Because if
Especially
it's
now that the weather is gonna get nice, okay? Especially in New Jersey and those surrounding places that were freezing our asses for a while. So when the weather gets nice, people like to go outside and enjoy. So
for
please
those
let
people
people
that live
enjoy.
some north,
Huh?
for those people that live some north, up north
Yeah.
of the United
I
States.
mean, Florida was also kind of cold.
E- well, I'm not gonna lie, it was a few days. It went down to 36,
Exactly.
and
You
they
were
one
cold.
was stiff in the middle of the road, and they were picking them up and just bringing to warm centers, and some of them were euthanized. So it seems like they freeze, and when it gets warm, they defrost. That's
What are
weird.
those?
Iguanas.
Oh yeah, I think my sister told me that. So people were taking them to their houses. And they
To
say in the
warm
news,
them,
please stop taking them to your houses because when they
get
defrost,
warm.
it's gonna be really, really bad.
Bad. Yeah. So they were having pattern of iguana, drop off spots. People were picking them up from the street. Um,
So if
yeah,
they want us movement,
literally, it was even in the local news, like, and the piles of iguana, and they even tell you where the drop off center were. And people were just bringing like bunches of
you
iguanas
want.
in their carts, like in the back of the truck. It was a person who dropped like 20. I'm
And
like,
probably
are
one
you
was like,
getting money to drop
"Ugh."
off iguana? Because I didn't get the memo. But apparently you do not get money for dropping iguanas.
You're just being a good person, Savvy.
Yes, I just avoid to smash them. It was one in the middle of the road, and I'm like, oh Lord, no, I don't want to kill you. It literally froze in the middle of the road. I'm like, pobrecita.
So if you leave them out, they die, or
No, they just
they just hibernate kind of, and then
they get like I guess they enter into auto hibernation.
then why are you bringing them to warm places if they can just hibernate?
I don't know, girl. I don't know. I didn't pay my attention to that, so I just made sure I didn't kill no one else. What I was driving. That's it.
Because
That's
just
my job.
imagine being an iguana that goes into hibernation in the most inconvenient place in the middle of the highway. But
Oh
then
well,
let's say that
girl.
you're on the side, you find a nice tree, you're under it, and you froze up, and you be like, I'm gonna sleep here. And then somebody picks you up, and you're like, the fuck?
Don't.
Imagine being an iguana.
That's hilarious, though. But
But yeah,
it was
careful.
bad. It was bad for people who are not used to this weather. Here we have to put the heater in the house, of course. Just for 2 nights, that was like in 36 and 39. It feels
I
really
was
cold,
hating every minute of it. We went,
but
the coldest we got here was, that I remember, was like -11.
oh Lord, that's bad.
I was dying.
That's bad. That's bad. But you know,
Really bad. But
and
anyway,
as you
yeah, this
say,
is
it's
the
getting
last one.
better. Friday things. It's getting warmer, so people are going to start doing their shit out again. The
And
hibernate people are going to get out.
let them enjoy the weather, okay? We all deserve it after this winter. It's
Oh
been
yes,
rough.
please just go back to your place. Just go back up north to those old snowbirds that comes down to Florida to look for the warm. It's time for you to go back home.
I want all the freaking snow to disappear off the streets. It's been there forever.
I know because it's still cold. It will not be, the temperature gets a little bit warmer,
It's getting
and
warmer now, so it's supposed to disappear in the next
hopefully,
few days, hopefully.
hopefully, yes. Oh well,
Anyway, thank you guys
for
for
listening to
joining.
us
Yes,
to this special edition of Evil Woman.
evil woman.
Yeah. So ladies also have the bad side, but you can see we have one that it was stupid that didn't want to give medication by
Mm.
medication for somebody who was dying in the bathroom. Another one that it was true, so it's sad. Another a horrible mother that trying to sacrifice one of her child for the well-being of the other, which is horrendous.
For the education of the other, you mean? Not even the well-being, the education.
Yeah. And that one, the one that stood off the most for me, but for really sad reasons. But guys, so it's everybody's fucked up. Guys are fucked
We
up. Women
had the
are fucked up.
mother-in-law that was poking
Poking
holes.
the condoms and creating a new pregnancy because she wanted a golden boy and she didn't get that.
Yep, and then we had the sister that froze the
The
goldfish
goldfish
and almost.
almost killed the cat. Yes.
Yep.
So you know that tells you that being guy or girl doesn't dictate the fact that you're still a fucking asshole if you are.
Hmm.
So for all of those ladies, respectfully, not so respectfully, but respectfully. There you go. So guys, we hope you enjoyed the stories. We also hope that you have a great Valentine's Day that was last week. And let's just keep cooking. We continue cooking nice stories for you guys for you to listen and tune in.
Yay.
So, and with that being said, until later, bye.
Bye.